Hear me, all ye hallowed beings, both high and low of Heimdall's children. Thou wilt, Volfather, that I will set forth the fates of the world, which as I first recalled. I call to mind the king of Ithins, which long ago did give me life. 9 worlds I know, the 9 abodes of the glorious world tree, the ground beneath. In earlier times did Ymir live, was nor sea, nor land, nor salty waves, neither earth was there, nor upper heaven, but a gaping nothing, and green things nowhere. Was the land then lifted aloft by Bur's son, who made Midgard the matchless earth, shone from the south the sun on dry land, on the ground then grew the green sward soft. From the south the sun by the side of the moon heaved the right hand over heaven's rim. The sun knew not what seat he had, the stars knew not what steed they held, the moon knew not what might she had. Then gathered together the gods for council, the holy host, and held converse. The night and new moon their names they gave, the morning named, the midday also, forenoon and evening, to order the year. On Ether plain met the mighty gods, shrines and temples they timbered high. They founded forged to fashion gold, tongues they did shape and tools they made. Played and draught in the garth, right glad they were, no oath lacked they of lustrous gold, till maiden 3 from the thirst came, awful in might, from Ethin home. To the coast they came, kind and mighty, from the gathered gods, 3 great Aesir. On the land they found of little strength, Athk and Embla, unfated yet. Sands they possessed not, soul they had not, being nor bearing nor blooming yew. Soul gave Odin, sense gave Önir, being Lothar and blooming yew. An ash I know, hight Yggdrasil, the mighty tree, moist with white dew. Thence come the floods that followed on over greener tops, earth's wildest tree. Thence wise maidens 3 betake them, under threading bolt their power stands. Earth one is height, the other Verthandi, Skald is the third, they score did cut. They laws did make, they life did choose, for the children of man they marked their fates. I win the first war in the world was this, when the gods Gildvig gashed their spears, and in the hall of Her burned her. 3 times burned they, the thrice reborn, ever and anon, and now she liveth. Ith she was hight, where to house she came, the wise seeress and witchcraft plead, cast spells where she could, cast spells on the mind to wicked women, she was welcome ever. Then gathered together the gods for council, the holy host, and held converse. Should the Aesir a truce with tribute buy, or should all gods share in the feast? His spear had Odin spared there the host. The first of feuds what thus fought in the world was broken in battle. The breastwork of Asgard, fighting Vanir, trod the field of battle. Then gathered together the gods for council, the holy host, and held converse, who had filled the air with foul treason, and to account Ethin's oaths wives given. Thor then overthrew the foe, he seldom sits when of such he hears, with sworn oath broken and solemn vows, God pleased truth, the pledges given. Where Heimdall's horn is hid she knows, under heaven touching holy world tree. On it are shred, showery falls, from Fjölnir's pledge, know ye further, or how? Alone she set out, when the Lord of Gods, Odin the Old, her eyes did seek. What seekest to know? Why summon me? Well know I ig, where thy eye is hidden, in the wondrous well of Mimir. Each morn Mimir his mead doth drink, out of Fjölnir's pledge. Know ye further, or how? Gave Ig to her arm rings and gems, for her serious sighs and soothing saying, the fate I fathom, yet farther I see far and wide the worlds about. The Valkyries' flock from afar she beholds, ready to ride to the realm of men. Skuld held her shield, Skogul likewise, Göth healed Gungul and Gerskogul, for thus are hight Herjan's maiden, ready to ride, reddened battlefield. I saw for Balder, the blessed god, Ig's dearest son, what doom is hidden, green and glossy, there grew aloft the trees amound the middle toe. The slender seeming sapling became a fell weapon when flung by oath. But Balder's brother was born full soon, but one night old slew him Odin's son. Neither cleansed his hands nor combed his hair, till Balder's slayer he sent to hell. But Frigg did weep and fair Salir, the fateful deed, know ye further, or how? A captive lies in the kettle grove, like to lawless Loki in shape. There sits Sigyn, full sigh in mind, by her fettered mate, know ye further, or how? From the east there flows through fester dales a stream high-lithed, filled with swords and knives. Waist-deep way there through water swift, main-sown men, and murderous eke those who betrayed a trusted friend's wife. There gnaws Nithog naked's corpse, there the wolf rends man. Wit ye more, or how? Stood in the north on Nitha's field a dwelling golden, which the dwarf did own. Another stood on Okolnir, that eaten spear hall, who is Brimir's height. A hall she saw from the sun so far, on Nastrand's shore turned north its doors. Drops of poison drip through the louver, its walls are clawed with coiling snakes. In the east sat the old one, in the iron woods. Bred there the bad brood of Fenrir, will one of these, worse than they all, the sun swallowed, in seeming a wolf. He fed on the flesh of fallen men, with their blood sullied the seats of the gods, with gross wrought the sunshine, in summers thereafter, the weather whole begin. Do ye wit more, or how? His harp striking on heel, there sat gladsome Hector, he who guards the ogress, or him gaily, in the gallows tree, crow the fair red cock, which is Fjallar height. Crowder the gods, Gulim Kambi, wakes he the heroes who with Herjan dwell. Another crows the earth beneath, in the halls of hell, of view dark red. Garm bays loudly before Gnipa cave, breaks his feather, and freely runs. The fate I fathom, yet farther I see, of the mighty gods, the engulfing doom. Brother will battle to bloody end, and sister son they still betray, whose in the world much wantonness. Axe age, sword age, sunders our shields, wind age, wolf age, ere the world crumbles. Will the spear of no man spare the other? Mimir's sons dance the downfall bards, when blares the gleaming old Gjalhorn. Loads blow Heimdall with horn aloft, in hell's dark hall, horror's breadth. Once more Odin with Mim's head picked, ere Sir Sib swallows him. Trembles the towering tree, Yggdrasil, its leaves soars loudly, and lished is the Ethan. What ails the Aesir, and what the elves? In uproar, all Ethans are the Aesir met. At the gates of their grots, the wise dwarfs groan, in their fell fastness, wit ye further, or how? Gorm bays loudly before Nipa cave, breaks his fetter, and freely runs. The fate I fathom, yet farther I see, of the mighty gods, the engulfing doom. Fares Hirm from the east, holding his shield. The Midgard worm, in mighty rage, scattered the waves, screamed the eagle. His nib tears the dead. Naglfar loosens, sails a ship from the east with shades from hell. Hears the ocean streaming, steers it Loki. In the wake of the wolf rush Whittle hordes, who with baleful bilest brother to fare. Comes Surt from the south with the singer of twig, the war god's sword like a sun doth shine. The tall hills totter and trolls stagger, men fare to hell, the heaven rive. Another hoe awaits Helen, from forth goes Odin to fight the wolf, and the slayer of Bele, the battle with Third. Then Frigg's husband will fall lifeless. Stride forth Vitar, Volfather's son, the fearless fighter Fenrir to slay, to the heart he hew, the hearth-wrung son, avenges then Vithar's father. Comes then Mjolnir's mighty Woodla, gapes the grisly earth-guardian serpent, when strides forth Thor to stay the worm. Mighty moles, Midgard warder, shall all white in the world wander from home. Back falls 9-step Fjordjin offspring, no fears for his fame from the frightful worm. Nis see the land sinks, the sun dimmeth from the heavens fall, the fair bright stars gushed forth steam, and gutting fire to very heaven soar the hurtling flames. Gorm bays loudly before Nipa caves, breaks his fetter and freely runs. The fate I fathom, yet farther I see, of the mighty gods, the engulfing doom. I see green again, with growing things, the earth arise from out of the sea, fell torrents flow, overflies them the eagle, on hoar highlands, which hunts for fish. Again the Aesir on Ita plain meet, and speak of the mighty Midgard worm, again go over the great wall doom, and Fimbultyr, and fathom runes. Then in the grass the golden figures, the far-famed ones, will be found again, which they had owned in olden days. On unsown acres the hears will grow, and ill grow better, will Balder come then, both he and Hoth, with Behuptres hold dwell, the war god's fane, do ye it more, or how? Then will Hönir handle the blood wounds, and Yg's brother's son will forever dwell in weed-wined home, do ye it more, or how? I see a hall then the sun more fair, thatched with red gold, which is Gimli height. There will be the gods, all guiltless thrown, and live forever in ease and bliss. A dawn cometh to the doom of the world, the great Godhead which governs all. Comes the darksome dragon flying, Nidhogg upward, from Nitha fells. He bears in his pinions, and plains he her flies, naked corpses, now he will sink. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed my work, I invite you to get in the description where you will find my Buy Me a Coffee page. If you feel like it. There is a bunch of things happening there. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. and let's see each other soon.